I made it to the airport in Dumaguete. It's a very small airport. All right, it's official. I'm out of here. I got my flight booked. But here's the thing, if you're unable to book it online and you have to go to the ticket counter for whatever reason, it was 2,000 pesos more, which is like maybe $38 more. And I tried to do it again online, but I didn't want to lock my card up because it's too hard calling to the US and keeping a signal long enough, because you know how they do the security questions to where they're going to ask you your mother's maiden name and all of these questions, which is good. But I haven't had enough luck with the phone call lasting long enough to even get through the security questions before the phone disconnects. So it was a nightmare, man. It's a headache. But fortunately, where I'm going, from what I understand, it's a lot more technological infrastructure. So the phone stuff and internet things won't be a problem. And some of it was my fault. If you do have a debit card that you plan to use over here, I knew about this, but I didn't know that the dates, like you can click on my card, I'll make it short and sweet. On my card through my bank, I had went and set up that I was traveling internationally, but it has a quick click button and it's only for that month. And I didn't know that. I've been here for going on 3 months now. I talked to the chat, which the chat I had to wait until, because the chat didn't even exist until after here. It was 9 p.m. last night and it was 8 a.m. Central Standard Time in America. And that's when they first opened. So I talked to them then through the chat. And of course, chat can't do anything once the fraud department or locks your card up for, just trying to keep you safe. So they couldn't do anything. So they gave me the 1-800 number, and that's where the problem came in, because I had got in touch with them like 2 different occasions, but each phone call, like the first phone call was about 30 seconds. I didn't even make it through the first 4 questions because they give you a spiel, thank you for calling such and such, blah, 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 and that lasts for 15 seconds. Anyway, it's handled, good to go. Cost me an extra $40, but I could have prevented all of that, maybe, if I would have only went into my banking app. I didn't even know you could do this until last night. The chat lady helped me out tremendously. But you can go in there and set the dates and the countries in which you're going to be in. So I could have set the dates from the date that I left America to the date that I was going to leave the Philippines. But I did not do that, unfortunately. So hopefully that helps somebody out, because if you don't know that, like I didn't know that. I thought when you clicked the button, it was just until you went back in there and said, okay, I'm no longer there. But that ain't the case. The longest it'll allow you to put it out into the future is 1 year. Well, I must have forgot something. That lady was nice. Apparently I had coins. I had 30 pesos left over in change from the cash that I'd handed her. Oh, and it only takes cash. It don't take a card either. So I had to go find an ATM, but I'm at the airport. They had one for a little bit more expensive charge. So anybody watching this, you can save yourself a lot of money. I probably spent $45 unnecessarily just by not having the information or not paying attention to the information that I should have prior to even attempting to buy the ticket. But if you guys have watched, I'm sure if you're watching this channel, you've watched plenty of other travel channels and things like that that are in the Philippines. And you'll see that all of a sudden, everybody's talking about this new guideline, I guess, or enforcement of an old law. However you want to put it, circular, whatever, however the verbiage you want to use. It's more serious than people think it is, and more serious than anybody would like it to be. It's pretty. I mean, you can still do it. Like all of the guys, like some of the old guys, which I've mentioned before, like Old Dog, people like that I've watched for years. They'll still be able to do their thing because all they do is just, talking head videos inside their house, which will work forever, no problem. But it's just not my cup of tea. And a lot of people like Filipina P, which is very entertaining, she gets out and does street interviews and things like that, and there's people walking by in the background. And all of the, even the people that do the walking videos to where they're, showing you what the city's like at certain times and things like that, those will disappear completely, because it wouldn't be too exciting if you was just watching a blurry screen, which is what it will be unless something changed. But either way, I'm going to enjoy my time, because where I'm going, I've only dreamed about, never really even thought about it really as an opportunity for a destination. And I'm going to go through all of that and how I came to that conclusion, and show you what my loosely, well, let me put it like this. All my plans are very loose. And this is, I'll show you guys what right now today is in my mind and what I'm thinking about chasing the weather basically, and enjoying myself along the way to where I can vlog and show you guys all of my adventures without worrying about losing my money or going to jail. Sometimes a hot shower make you feel like new money. I'll tell you that. Well, I can swipe up right here and see myself, I think. Oh yeah, making sure the mic's on. I'm still learning this camera. I just realized, like, you can turn on both screens, but they don't show at the same time. You gotta swipe up and then it'll switch screens. I just figured that out, actually. Not paying attention, which I don't care as long as it's recording. I don't need to see myself. Actually, I don't know if I want to see myself. I feel sorry for y'all for having to look at me. But anyway, man, I feel like new money. I got a good idea, and I realize now, oh, it disappears. It gives you the countdown. It shows that it's still recording. But I got a good idea, and I don't, I know I can't please everybody, but at the same time, I don't want to keep everybody guessing too much, because I do actually have a plan. And what I'm going to do, initially, when I came to the Philippines, I was going to set up a base here. And I really wanted to, like, maybe take ownership into something, or not necessarily ownership, but at least a long-term stay. But with the changes, I knew I had to stay flexible, but with the changes that went on, it turns out to me now anyway, trying to just think positive, because I can't, I don't make the rules and I can't change the rules. But thinking positive and look on the bright side, I'm actually happy that it's going this way, because my initial plan was to set up a base here in the Philippines and then just basically go in a circle, like jump over to Vietnam and then hit up Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and then come back to the Philippines, back to my base. And then from there, maybe even, go to Europe and do the same thing there, but basically stay centrally located in the Philippines. Well, that's all changed. And like I said, it's probably for a good thing, because now what I'm thinking is I'm going to follow the weather. And let me show you. I'm going to go from the Philippines and fly, instead of going this way around, maybe I'll put up a map. That's the way I was going to go, like counterclockwise. Now I'm going to go clockwise, because after I was doing a little bit of research, apparently in Indonesia, especially the Bali area, this is like peak season. This is the perfect weather, where it's the least rain, best weather that they have throughout the year. I mean, it's pretty good all year. But so I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go clockwise now. I'm going to jump around and go to Indonesia first, and hopefully travel through Indonesia as much as possible. Their visa for U.S. citizens is pretty much just like the Philippines. You've got 30 days upon arrival, and you can extend that for another 30 days or 29 days, maybe exactly like the Philippines. So I'll probably stay there for a minimum of 30 days, but I probably won't get, I'll probably just do like a week here, a week there, maybe 2 weeks, and if the place has a lot of attractions nearby. But either way, that's what I'm going to do. And then if I can't see everything that I want to see in 1 month, I'll extend it and then stay another month there until I get to see everything that I want to see. And there's a lot of things. The more I look at it, the more stuff I want to see. But then I'll just jump over and then maybe either hit Singapore or Malaysia, one or the other. I know I'm definitely going to Kuala Lumpur and some other places in Malaysia. Don't know for sure about Singapore. Singapore is beautiful, but it's actually small, and there's not a lot of, it's basically city, which I would like to see that, but maybe not yet. Singapore might be somewhere, you know, might be a good place to actually stay, you know, to live, from what I understand. It's a little bit more expensive than the other Asian countries, but very, very nice. Very, a lot of amenities, so to speak, creature comforts. But so does Kuala Lumpur, and it's, from what I understand, a lot cheaper. But anyway, I'm gonna move around that way. I'm gonna go, because it looks like then I will land at the specific places that are on the way during the good weather seasons of that location, if I go that direction. So that's the new plan. That's what I'm gonna do. And I feel rejuvenated about it. I feel really good. I've probably wasted a little money of unnecessarily. I don't know for sure if I'm gonna get my deposit back. So it's a possibility that I paid 34,000 pesos for this place for 1 month. And if it is, so be it, you know? It's maybe I can save somebody else the trouble, and you won't have to spend that money. Maybe a bunch of people won't have to spend that money. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna make the best of it and do what I can with what I got. But I'm gonna leave most of my clothes. I'm probably gonna get some new stuff. Like I'd said in another video, I've lost quite a bit of, well, I ain't lost a lot of weight. It's just my waist, my belly has went down, which is good, which is great. But I need to get some shorts, and I'll probably take a few of these t-shirts, but I'll replace them here and there. Maybe I'll get some touristy, you know, Bali t-shirts, or, you know, whatever it is, and just wear them. And now this also gives me an opportunity. I'm still learning YouTube. This is like, I've also said in other videos, this is still the 8th week I have done YouTube. And now I can make a series. I'm gonna leave this Philippines series up there, or I'll make all of my videos from the Philippines one series, and I'll do a series of each country. And hopefully I can hit a bunch of countries before I'm too old to keep going. You know, that's the plan anyway. But for right now, I'm fixing to go get some more of that low spicy chicken. If y'all ain't watched that video, go check it out, because I'm getting ready to, you gotta buy a whole chicken to get the spicy, but it's well worth it. Even if I can't eat it all now, it'll be good leftovers throughout the night, because I'm making videos right now, or I'm done editing one video, and hopefully I can get this one done and post it. It's Sunday morning here. I guess it's Saturday night in the western side of the planet. But hopefully I can get this video that I'm making currently out today too. And I'm gonna try to figure out, if I can figure it out, I've played with it a little bit, but I'm gonna try to do a live, which for me, it would have to be Monday morning at like 7 a.m., which would be 7 p.m. East Coast time, I'm pretty sure, which that means 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, I believe. Yeah, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, or 5 p.m., one or the other. I'll figure it out, but that's what I'm gonna try to do a live that way and see how it goes. I don't know how that's really gonna work. It may be a debauchery of YouTube, but either way, I'm gonna give it a shot, and we'll get it down pat eventually. And that's the coolest thing about what I'm doing with YouTube, because I don't know really what the heck I'm doing. I think that's what makes it so fun, man. It's like it's definitely not like a job. It's more like a hobby. Check out these boats. One of the guys got, my friend I met here, Mark. He's one of the residents. He just got these dang fishing boats. You pedal them to go. You don't need a paddle or anything. You just pedal them. But he also got a trolling motor on that joker. That's a full-fledged fishing boat. My son's gonna see these and be like, man, I need one of those. And it's pretty cool. You steer it. Hold on, let me show you. He's showing me earlier. I don't think they took them out today. They was going to, but it took a while to put together. They came in a box. All of this came in one box, and they had to put it together. But that's a full-fledged boat, man. But look, this is how you steer it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. Before I get out of here, he told me I could take them out. And they come in half too. Check this out. I mean, they're not super heavy, but they're not super light either. But it's 2 pieces. So you can, I guess take half of it down there. It looks like the seat comes apart pretty easily and slides backwards to the back half. So you just slide the seat back to the back half, take the back half over there, and then take the front half over there. Pretty freaking cool, man, if you ask me. Oh yeah, it's low tide. Well, kind of in between. But either way, I've talked to a lot of my friends that I've met here in the Philippines, and everybody's very understanding because it ain't just me. There's a bunch of people that's talking about it, like business owners, because I've made friends with quite a few business owners, and they're the ones talking about it more than us vloggers, believe it or not, because I think that I don't think it's going to be as bad as it's made out to be. Dang it. That one's unlocked, but this one's locked, and I ain't got my dang keys as usual. Oh well, no big deal. But anyway, see, gotta be flexible. Can't let the small things get you down. And trust me, that was not in the cards originally. So it's not, you just got to go with the flow, man. And I've said it in other videos, but everything happens for a reason, and I'm excited. I'm excited just like I was whenever I was coming to the Philippines, because it's all new, man. I never even really, I definitely wanted to see Indonesia, man, because they've got some old stuff out there, or as far as like artifacts, I'm not sure who built some of those things, and if they're, I don't know, man. Some of that stuff looks like aliens built it to me. I don't know. I mean, I ain't gonna get into no conspiracy stuff, but I tell you what, they've got some stuff out there that doesn't look like, for the time period that they're saying that it was built, I don't know how. I don't know what kind of tools they were using, but I want to go see all that stuff. So I'm very excited. It's like a newfound adventure, man. Like, I don't know if, I know some of you guys have been watching since the beginning, and I think my first 2 or 3 videos I had said, I grew up in that Goonies era, that Indiana Jones era. So adventure's like, something that it excites me. Like anything new like that, you don't know what to expect. You grab the wrong limb and a boulder comes rolling at you. Hopefully nothing like that really happens, but that's how life is. Unexpected things are going to happen, and you got to be able to take it in stride. And of course, like I've said, nobody likes change, but you got to be willing to accept those changes. If you can't do nothing about it, there's nothing you can do. Ain't no use whining about it, ain't no use crying about it. If you can go somewhere else or do something different that alleviates a little bit of that stress, do that thing, and that's for everybody. That's for everybody. And a lot of us, especially if you're like me, you're gonna learn the hard way, and I always have. And fortunately, I've gotten a little bit older and very little bit wiser, so I can avoid some things, but at the same time, none of it really gets me down like it used to. Like whenever I was younger, like, it would really eat me alive, because, I think that's part of being American, to be honest with you. I think we're all spoiled and American and don't realize it. I don't care what age group you're in, but like whenever something doesn't go our way, I think we get upset more than the rest of the world. I think we go to the extreme whenever things don't happen the way that we want it to happen. And I'm guilty of it too. I'm an American. I mean, red-blooded, I bleed red, white, and blue. But at the same time, you still got to be honest with yourself, or I do. I can't speak for anybody else. I got to be honest. I understand that I overreact. I'll jump the gun. I'll do something that I may regret. But this isn't one of those things. This is definitely not one of those things. As a matter of fact, I was just going through the financial side of things, and because YouTube is actually going so well, it's not even going to affect anything, really, anything at all. As a matter of fact, it's probably going to benefit if nothing else. And I was planning on doing these things anyway. The added cost of having a base here, which was my initial plan, like I just said, but there's really no point to it. The only reason I wanted a base was to store stuff at. I mean, that's that mindset that I've had all my life, as far as, like, you know, you get a house, you start out, it's just you and your wife, or just you, and then you get a wife, and then you have a baby, you need a bigger house, you put more stuff in it. And you keep getting bigger houses and bigger garages and more cars and more stuff. And eventually the kids leave and you don't need all that stuff. And then you start thinking, well, dang, I don't need all these clothes. I don't need all these shoes. Now I'm to the point to where, even though I have 2 bags, and they're, you know, just a backpack, which is a fairly large backpack. I can't remember what I'll put that in my Amazon store too, if I can find the one that I got before. Well, I'm sure it's in my history. But it's fairly large, man. It can carry plenty of stuff. And the other one was a camera bag that came with a Canon camera that I bought, shoot, it's probably 5 years ago. It's a nice camera. It's a Canon M50 Mark II. Yeah, Mark II. It's a really good camera. And I brought it with me, and I got all kind of lenses with it and all kind of stuff. I haven't even turned that thing on since I've been in the Philippines. You know, so it's not really something that I need. I'm gonna carry it with me, but maybe not all of the stuff that comes with it. I don't even care what happens to it. I may give it away for all that matters. That's how little I care about it. Because as long as I have this right here, and I've got backup batteries for my DJI Action Pro, as long as I have those things and the cords that go with them, and a few changes of clothes, I need less camera gear and more clothes, you know. As long as I've got a week's worth of clothes. And I don't mind wearing the same shorts 2 days, 3 days in a row if I don't get too dirty or sweaty. I don't care. As long as I got clean underwear on and a clean shirt. And I'm good. And now that I've done this for 3 months, which isn't, you know, I'm not trying to claim that I'm experienced, but I do know that I don't need as much as I have. And hygiene stuff is available everywhere. I don't care where you go. It's very inexpensive. And if you plan it right, as far as, like, I know I'm gonna be in my first location in Indonesia for a minimum of a month, because that's what the visa that they give you. So, you know, 1 can of shaving cream and a few razors and some soap, I'm good for the whole month. Deodorant, and, you know, I'll probably have deodorant left that I can take with me. But what I'm trying to get at is, you don't have to take all that stuff. It's so cheap. Like, it's so cheap to repurchase that stuff. And if I get it down pat in each place, like if I end up staying a month in each place, or maybe 60 days in each place, or whatever that particular country allows, which I'm still in the planning stages of all of it, and I'm keeping it flexible on purpose because of what happened here, because I don't ever know what's going to happen at the next location. Anything can happen. I may not even make it to next week. Who knows? The way that the world is these days, you never can tell. But the point being is being flexible, man. It's another stress reliever that I was unaware of until now, until this situation. You know, I got out of the rat race to live a little bit more of a stress-free life, and that was my intention from the beginning. And that's what I'm doing. But for now, that's about it. I'm out.